Repurposing all of your video content to fit the aspect ratio of the likes of Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Vero, LinkedIn can all be super long. So here's how you can automatically reframe and reformat your sequences inside Adobe Premiere Pro, ready for you to publish on different social media platforms, which saves you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of headaches. But if you're new around these ends, then hello, my name is Kelsie, and if you want to learn more about video production, video editing, and all things about being a creative freelancer, then consider checking out some of my other videos and maybe subscribing if you feel nice. Adobe released this auto reframe function inside Adobe Premiere Pro in about 2020, but I still see a lot of people repurposing their content the old way, which means that they create a sequence and then manipulate their clips manually to fit inside that aspect ratio. But there is an easier way to do this, and obviously as editors we're always trying to save our time and do things the quick way. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can reframe a single video clip, and then later on I'm going to be showing you how you can reframe and reformat an entire sequence that you may be working in inside Adobe Premiere Pro. But as always, timestamps will be in the description box below, so if you want to jump ahead and skip my waffle, then feel free to do so. So say if you just have one single video clip that you're looking to reframe, then all you have to do is obviously create the sequence of your desired aspect ratio and then drag your clip onto that sequence. Make sure to keep the original sequence settings. And as we can see, if we play the video, you'll see that our subject that we want to be focusing on often gets cut off because of the target aspect ratio. So to reframe this clip and to make sure that our subject is always in the middle and that the motion is constantly followed, we can select that individual clip and then go over to our effects panel. And if you can't see this, you can go to the top and click window and then effects, and this will open up this little side section, and then you can type in auto reframe. And that effect will be hidden in the transform video effects section. So then we can select auto reframe and drag that onto our clip, and almost instantly Premiere automatically reframes your video clip to fit with the sequence settings that you've already designed for it. And you can also see in your effects control panel that auto reframe has been added onto your clips property. So now it's just a case of going into those settings and fine tuning them to make sure that it is exactly how you wish it to be. However, the only main thing that you probably should be focusing on is the motion tracking option. So as a general rule of thumb, Premiere gives you 3 presets which you can go on to and you can click through. So for example, you would use the slower motion presets for video clips which have little to no camera movement in it at all. So for example, that would be good for talking head videos or interviews or even YouTube videos such as this. Whereas the faster motion preset is more suitable for video clips which have more motion in them. So say for example, any like skateboarding videos, any sports videos, anything like that where the camera moves quite a lot, you probably want to use the faster motion preset. And this basically just means that Premiere ensures that the moving object is always in the frame and that it's not cut off. So if you do have a video clip with a lot of motion in, then you'll probably see a lot of keyframes will appear in this panel here, as Premiere tries to track where your movement is. So now we've learned how to reframe one single video clip. Now I'm going to be showing you how you can reframe an entire sequence so you don't have to go into each single clip and manually put this auto reframe effect on, because that's just really long and ain't nobody got the time for that. So if you're looking to reformat an entire sequence, all you have to do is to go at the top here and then click sequence, and then at the bottom you should select this auto reframe sequence button, and then once you click on that, that will automatically produce a pop-up window. In this pop-up window you'll see your sequence name, your target aspect ratio and motion tracking options too. So with the target aspect ratio you can choose from all the different presets that it has. So it has your typical 1:1 square aspect ratio, which would be good for Instagram. It also has your 9:16 vertical presets here, so that would be good for YouTube Shorts or TikTok. And then you've got your classic horizontal 16:9, which would be good for YouTube and basically everything really. But it does also give you the option to go in and customize your aspect ratio, so you don't have to use these. You can use your own if you're working with something else. But generally you're probably going to be using one of these presets, so you can just click on the one that you're looking to reframe your sequence to. And then as previously mentioned, you can go in and change your motion tracking presets. So for this example, I'm just going to leave it to default. And then you'll also see this option for clip nesting too. But for context, if you're not aware of what nesting is, it basically is where Premiere Pro will group all of your video clips together into one single layer. And this will include any of your original cuts, your track layering, your graphics and your audio, and it basically means none of that is affected at all. It just puts it all together in one big group. So you should select to nest your clips if you have any existing keyframes for motion that you want to retain, or if you have any like speed or duration adjustments too. But for most of the time you can just leave it as don't nest the clips and that'll be absolutely fine. So after we've gone through all of those settings, we can click create. And as you can see, Premiere has done a really good job at following the motion in our videos to ensure that our subject isn't cut out and that all of the motion is in that aspect ratio that we've set. After you do that effect as well, Premiere also creates a duplicate sequence, so you not only have your original one but you also have the new one, and that is saved in the auto reframe sequence folder in the root of your project panel, so you can always refer back to that if you so wish. And although 9 times out of 10 Premiere does do a really good job at tracking the motion in your video, if you wanted to go in and change anything manually, then you can obviously use your effects control panels at the top here and filter through some of these different settings, so you can make sure that the position is adjusted and that the scale is right and everything is aesthetically how you want it to be. But overall, that's essentially it. So I've used this auto reframe function a whole lot of times when I've been creating content for different social media platforms, and it's definitely helped me sort of optimize my workflow. So if it's helped me, I'm sure it'll probably help you guys out too. So let me know how you get on if you do decide to use it. So after all of that, you should have video clips which are truly optimized, ready for you to publish on your social media platforms. However, if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned in this video, or you encounter any problems whilst using the reframe function at all, then please do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to help you guys out where I can and if I can. But that's it for today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one, which I'm sure will be very, very soon.